What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I'm your host, Eric, and today I'm going to give you a little more of my background. I'm running for president of IBEW Local 26, and I thought it important to give you my background so that you can learn a little bit about me and who you might want to support for president. So you can check the videos for over the past couple days, and you'll find my earlier time. But right now we're covering right after apprenticeship, early journeyman status, and early activism within the local. So I joined the EWMC right after the International Convention. The International Convention revealed to me that it was a play, right? The International Convention was a play, and the actors were acting out decision making, but it wasn't real. Like, I thought when I was watching it, oh crap, I'm watching these guys debate. Yo, this local over here doesn't like the idea, so they're getting up. Oh man, these guys over here, oh, how's it gonna go, right? But then it's revealed to me that, oh no, all those decisions were already made in committee. This was just formalities. So I go back and, I'm attending my union meetings regularly, and I'm starting to see the same type of, same folks getting up to say the same things. It's kind of like business as usual. This is very, ho-hum, It was run kind of similar. And that was a little, I was like, it doesn't feel right, but I don't know enough. I'm a young journeyman. What do I know? It just doesn't feel right. So I attend my first conference with the EWMC after a year of volunteering and being a part of it in Kansas City, and I see brotherhood again. I recognize it. I'm like, oh crap, this is brotherhood. I know this. Yes. And man, your spirit gets pumped up and full of that brotherhood, and you come back to your local, and boom, apathy again. Apathy. I'm like, man, why are you so apathetic? Why is everybody so apathetic? And then it dawns on me. The jurisdiction is so wide. Folks in Front Royal can't easily attend a meeting in Lanham, Maryland. Folks in Fredericksburg, Virginia can't easily attend a meeting in Lanham, Maryland. Now, I still made those meetings, but that was a 3-hour dedication. I have to leave early, sit in traffic the whole way in order to get there, to be there for the meeting. And this is what's going on back then. And so I'm starting to notice the apathy. I'm like, man, there's got to be a solution to this. We have satellite halls. Why don't we have satellite meetings? And you start to hear that kind of talk on the job sites. You bring it up to a couple folks, and they're like, yeah, I would go to a satellite meeting. Oh, why don't we have satellite meetings? So I bring it up to leadership, and they're like, yeah, nah, we don't want to have satellite meetings. We kind of like it this way. And I figure this is just me. Nobody said it. This is just me hypothesizing. I got to imagine it's about control, right? It's about being able to control a vast jurisdiction with a small amount of folks. That's how I see it. That's what it looks like to me. But that's assigning something to somebody else that I have no idea if that's what it was. But for whatever reason, they were against satellite meetings. Also around this time, there was an opening for an instructor at the JATC. And my name was floated to the director because, I was the valedictorian, so why wouldn't you want the valedictorian to be one of the instructors? And the director says, no, he's Graham's boy. He'll be all right. What? So now another piece is revealed that, relationships between people matter as to who gets hired and fired, and they play favorites. This is a game that's played. And that was another one that I'm like, I couldn't understand. This is so foreign to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would you behave that way? But whatever, I'm naive, so let's keep pushing. Again, the meetings are inaccessible. The rank and file's talking about it, so I bring it to them at the hall, and they say they don't want it. Out comes Hogan and Myers. They're announcing for business manager and president. George Hogan was an employee. He was a business agent. And so for him, he had to quit his job in order to run. And Tom Myers was an instructor, and they banded together and decided they're going to run. And I know now, well, no, it's not always, how do I say this? Power concedes nothing without a demand and without a fight. Nothing's easy. So when you announce that you're running for something, power is going to have a response to that, whatever form that takes. And so you recognize folks' courage in running, because Hogan and Myers, if they lose, they're not going to have their jobs after this. You know what I mean? You ran to take my job. Like, this ain't going to work. So very courageous of them to step up and run. And they had some good ideas. They talking about satellite meetings. And I'm like, I'm all about it, because I was about the rank and file. That's what I've always been about, is brotherhood. So you're going to bring satellite meetings? Okay. Now I understood, because of the rumor mill, that there was a retaliatory effect with the current administration that was in power back then. And when I announced that I was supporting Hogan and Myers, they didn't receive it well. Like, there was an anger that was expressed, and I was fearful that, oh crap, I'm in danger too. But I'm just a rank and filer, man. That's probably just me being afraid of what could be. And I thought it too important, so I started making phone calls. I started DMing. I started texting people. I started telling them, vote for Hogan and Myers. This is a chance to make a difference. We can have satellite meetings. This is a good thing. And lo and behold, they won. And when they did, I was the biggest supporter. I sat there and gave a speech at the meeting where the election results was announced. I gave a congratulations speech to Hogan and Myers, congratulating them on their win and thanking the current administration at the time, Chuck Graham and Ramos, thanking them for their service, but also congratulating the new team. So understand something. Like, I was all about the change, because Local 26 needed change long ago and still needs it today. After they're in office, I'm asked to join VTOP. When I'm asked to join VTOP, I'm like, well, what's that? The Virginia Team on Politics. All right, well, what are we doing? We're going to be door knocking and activating our membership to try to win as many seats as possible, because we want to overturn right to work in Virginia. Awesome. Sign me up. I'm cool. Let's go. And so we start getting active, bro. We start getting active. It was probably about maybe 8 of us at the start with VTOP. But we would hold door knocking events, and each door knocking event would get better attended. First one, we had probably 10 people. The next one, it was 15. The next one, it was 25. The next one, it was 30. By the time we were done, we were bringing 50 people out door knocking and having wins. We got election wins throughout our jurisdiction. I mean, in Fredericksburg, we flipped the seat blue, and we had a trifecta. We had Northam as the governor, we had the Senate, and we had the House. We had everything in Virginia primed and ready to go to overturn right to work. And this is where I learned there are different types of Democrats. Everybody ain't the same, because what happened? Delegate Guzman, who was a union member who ran for office and won, put the right to work bill on the floor. Now, had she not done that, Delegate Josh Cole, who we backed and pushed and got him in office, was ready to put right to work on the floor. But when we talked to him, he was like, Delegate Guzman's already got it, and I'm supporting her, so it's not. I was like, all right, cool, that works. A conservative Democrat, a corporate Democrat, a business Democrat, the business community, the ones that benefit from that racist right to work law, those guys all got together and killed that building committee. And it wasn't the Republicans that did it. It was the corporate Democrats that did it. And that was my first gut punch that said, hey, it doesn't always matter if who you have in there. You gotta be able to pressure them. And that taught me something. That taught me not to just give my effort freely to just anybody because they got a D on their name. That's not to say that I'm running around chasing R's either, because that's crazy. But I'm tired of people using the culture war and using politics to divide us up. Our problem is an economic one. It is not any of this other shit. It's an economic problem. The haves have taken so much from the have-nots, and they seek to make us also a part of the have-nots. We think we're insulated. We're not. We're just working folks that have to get ahead and have to fight and have to lead the charge. So VTOP, that one, man, I tell you, we were poised to overturn right to work, and they killed it. And that one hurt my feelings. And I'll tell you more about how VTOP was dissolved and what happened there in future videos. I think this is a good stopping point for this one. My name's Eric. You're watching Union Minded. Remember, the fight's not left and right. It's up and down. It's going to take solidarity to win always. Each one teach one. Get out there and reach one. And remember, there could be no union without you and I front and center. So let's go. Peace.